cut. No, this is very difficult, by the way.
Okay, let's. Do you want to start again now?
No, we will keep it.
Okay.
Keep it, and I will put the best pieces to entertain them. Whoever is going to watch it, maybe one person, my mom. So, who do you think is the person who is going to benefit the most from the series, from the episodes we are going to produce? And
I mean, we talked about this, who would be our target audience, and clearly what we don't want to do in this podcast is another highly specific, nerdy talk on AI topics.
Yeah.
I think there are so many experts out there who can talk about all kinds of algorithms, methods to all levels of detail.
Mm-hmm.
So we
just want to keep it fun and
we want to keep it fun,
humane,
and we want to focus on what we actually can do with AI.
As much as German can be. Yeah, look, he's even laughing.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt anymore. This podcast, there's two things we want to avoid in this podcast. One is we don't want to have this general business bullshit about AI solving everything in field A, B, and C, and just talk on this very high level.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we don't want to go deep down into the technicalities. There are so many.
We are not the right people to do that, right?
We may be the right people to do that, but it's not our purpose.
Yes.
And there's so many details, so many things for IT experts and everything. But these are not the people we want to reach today.
No.
We want to talk to all those people who in their everyday life, typically at work, in the different roles and situations, want to get a better understanding.
How they can apply.
How they can
even start.
How they can even start, and how they can do this in a meaningful way.
Yeah.
And also to show that AI is not this big complex monster that everyone has to have a PhD or worse to work with it.
You do that.
I do. I'm sorry. Well, and on the other hand, okay. And so we want to help you to understand in your everyday life work situation, what is AI? How much do I need to know? What can I achieve with AI? And for which purpose? And maybe more importantly, also, when do I not want to use AI? Because one thing is also clear: we don't want to advocate the usage of AI at any rate, and that's why we will also start with an episode where we talk about when not to use AI. And I think that's a perfect beginning.
Okay, that's for later. That's secret. Cool. So what are the range of topics we will be exploring, Michael?
Well, based on our...
Still to be discussed.
Yeah.
And obviously we want some feedback from you guys.
Yeah. I would say we talk about those topics that are closest to our professional experience.
Yeah.
And of course, on the one hand, we have you with your startup experience at Untried.
On the other hand, we have you from Schaeffler. Corporate experience.
You bring in your experience from Untried, working in ways to make information more accessible to people in their task for what in the moment they need it.
So they don't need to reinvent the wheel, right? Like they can build on top what's already maybe there, done by someone else. That's very cool, right?
Yeah, that's really
it's
cool.
Very German efficiency. Wise.
I mean, we all know that the amount of data is kind of exploding, databases, systems, and we always have to find a way to make those systems serve us and our purpose and not the other way around. And that's why with your solution at Untried, I mean,
okay,
it's
no
one
selling.
Let's maybe. So from my experience now, covering in my professional career topics from embedded systems in the automotive context to IoT networks, gateway solutions, and big data analytics topics in the cloud.
Not bragging.
Not bragging, just as it is.
And PhD.
Okay.
Not bragging.
Well, that was because I'm a curious fella.
Or maybe because you didn't know what to do with your life, so you just decided to continue on
No,
academia.
it brought me to the place where I am today, and I'm so
Small
which is
box
working
in Luxembourg.
Yeah. So that's what I like about my job now today at Schaeffler, where we have the context of a big, I would say, or like a multinational, like an automotive supplier, but with products for the industrial and automotive domain. And so there I had the opportunity to see and study many fields of application for artificial intelligence, both from a digitalization perspective, like focusing on how to improve our business processes, production, logistics, finance, and others, but also now in my current role, even much more in how to differentiate, to improve the performance capabilities of our physical products, be it like for industrial applications or again, like automotive systems, mechatronic systems, even up to the level of autonomous driving functions of.
But it seems like your company is quite advanced and quite open to invest and try new technologies, but this is not the norm. Lots of corporations are actually lagging behind. They don't really want to try it unless someone else did.
I think all companies undergo such a process. You start from what made you big, what brought you to the current situation. Every company has its product, its strength, but everyone also faces the challenge to translate those, let's say, skills and capabilities from the analog world and bring them into the digital world. And this gets more challenging, even considering that the product life cycles and the dynamics are much higher now in that area.
So would you say that it's not so difficult to start with AI? Like it's not so risky? And if there is a way to make it like low risk, low investment, like how should companies do that?
Yeah. I think it is like in many other areas. First, you need to get clear about really what you try to achieve, where you can reap a benefit. And then you start small. You start with the first small cakes before you don't talk do the
cakes,
big
I'm
wedding
hungry.
cake.
I'm hungry. I'm really hungry.
I think you have to start small, and you have to start small, and you have to start on concrete topics, and not just something.
And you need to have some advocates, right, within the company.
Those will come with the method that you can show that you have benefits. But it's right. The importance of having a champion also from the strategy side, someone who understands the value of AI and supports in the implementation of it as a tool. I think that's a crucial element.
Perfect. What's in it for you?
So what's in for you? What we want to achieve, and you watching us doing that and giving us feedback, and we will always try to improve on that mission, is that based from our vast background of customers that we've been working with, problems that we've seen within our own company, we want to single out specific areas where we are convinced that AI can deliver a well-defined specific benefit. And these benefits, as well as the challenges and risks, we want to talk about and explain them to you in a language that is accessible to everyone. And our expectation and hope is that for you, as our base of such solution grows, you will be wanting to come back and actually take for yourself those bits and pieces that work for you.
And implement it in the company.
And implement it in your company. And we're not going to talk about any solutions, magical solutions like for the universe. And we don't talk about anything so technical.
I wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, you can do it at some other time. Or maybe we will add that if it's requested. We want to provide value. We want to provide assistance and yeah, that's what I also think at this point.
Like you
Is
feel,
what is needed.
yes,
And
that you are missing that as well, right?
I'm missing that,
You
and
are looking for it. Then
Yes.
just let me talk because you talk a lot.
I know, because she's only laughing and talking bullshit. So someone has to bring the information here. the
Yes,
content.
that I'm your motive, like why we all started it. Cool. So I forgot what I wanted to say.
I know. But she interrupted me, but she doesn't know what she wants to say.
Yes. So
Just want to have this here recorded.
yeah, record it. So how often are we going to record, and how often our audience should expect to hear and see us?
Yeah, I think the exact cadence we will still figure out, but
It's going to be
ideally-
every 2 weeks, bi-weekly.
you see, she asked me, I don't know the answer. But okay.
No, but
Every
there
2
should be
weeks.
some.
I know, but
There should
yeah,
be some German consistency, right?
I know. How
So
often,
let's
but
do it.
we haven't
Let's
even
start
discussed
with
it yet. How often do you want to
2
do it?
weeks.
Every 2 weeks. Okay, I just learned it now, and now my answer will be we will do it every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks we will meet here in Luxembourg.
No, all around the world.
All around the world, guys. Exciting.
Next time, Russia.
Oh, Russia.
Recording outside.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
In Siberia.
I will leave you there. But I'll leave you with the internet so you can record your
I know
part.
4G works better in Russia, in Siberia, than it does in Germany.